Well, since the last video did so well, let's dive into another direct-to-DVD DC movie. And since we already examined a great Superman movie, it only follows that our next subject is the only character DC has that's more popular than him. Batman has a cornucopia of amazing films, but the best Batman stories are the ones that challenge Batman's status as a hero and question his morality. And one of the best examples of these is the 2010 Batman film, Batman Under the Red Hood. A film about a ghost from Batman's past, coming back to Gotham to wreak havoc on the criminal underground, and to strike fear into the hearts of criminals in a way Batman never could. But are the methods of this new vigilante too far? Or is he just what Gotham needs? Let's find out by examining Batman Under the Red Hood. The movie starts with one of the most iconic moments in Batman history. Joker brutally beating and eventually murdering Jason Todd, the second Robin, as Batman is mere seconds away from saving his son. The cold open to the biggest tragedy in Bruce's life since his parents' death is very effective in multiple ways. For starters, it immediately grabs the attention of the audience. I would imagine an audience member, unaware of Jason's fate, would be pretty surprised to see Batman fail to save him in the opening. The intro also lays the groundwork for Batman's self-doubt and self-loathing, for failing to save Jason, an internal struggle that will be brought up throughout the movie. However, the best aspect of this intro is showcasing the best character in this movie, the Joker. From the very first frame of this film, the Joker takes over every scene he's in. His demeanor, his brutality, his sense of humor, and his delivery are no short of fantastic. Anyway, after the intro, we witness Ryan Reynolds holding mob bosses hostage, forcing them to get Mint Mobile, all while Batman is doing Batman things in a seemingly unrelated crime. However, Batman is unable to stop the cargo of the truck from opening. This is an Amazo android. It's basically like that one annoying kid you knew in grade school that when you asked him if you could have any superpower, what would it be? He would answer, "My power would be to take everyone else's powers." Fucking nerd. It was me, I was that nerd. Oh hey, Nightwing's here. And holy shit, he's got hops! Who said white men can't jump? I love this movie to death, but there are so many moments in here that are completely ridiculous. Like, we're meant to believe that these characters are people without superpowers, but Amazo can punch Batman like 60 feet into a metal crate so hard that the crate gets a gigantic dent in it, and Batman's just like mildly annoyed by this. However, despite my dorky diatribe, this fight is pretty cool, and it's always nice seeing Batman and Nightwing team up. After the amazing Amazo fight, Batman discovers that this seemingly unrelated crime was not unrelated after all. So the masked vigilante kills his goons for talking too much. Batman just fucking ditches Nightwing to chase the sniper, and Deathstroke leads him to the exact chemical plant when the Joker was created. He taunts Batman about his role in creating the Joker, and then blows up the chemical plant just as he escapes. It turns out the entire reason Nightwing came to town is because of this mysterious figure that we will learn is using the Red Hood moniker. The same moniker that the Joker used before, you know. Speaking of the Clown Prince of Crime, Batman and Nightwing meet up with him to get answers. This scene is another great Joker moment. The Joker takes complete joy in poking and prodding at Batman with every chance he gets, provoking Batman to finally break his one rule by killing him, and laughing in his face when Batman can't bring himself to do it. I cannot stress enough that the characterization of the Joker in this movie is top-notch. Moving from one villain to another, the Black Mask is just a little bit frustrated at the Red Hood screwing with his operation, while accidentally giving both Batman and the Red Hood the exact information that they need. While Red Hood is screwing with Black Mask, Batman and Nightwing try to apprehend him, and we get a really interesting and engaging chase sequence, showcasing the skill level and intellect of the Red Hood, as yet again, Red Hood successfully leads Batman to the exact spot he needs him to be. During the chase, Nightwing gets injured, and unfortunately, this injury sidelines Dick for the rest of the movie. I understand that a one-on-one showdown between Batman and the Red Hood works a lot better for the finale, but I just wish that Nightwing had more to do in this movie, because he's very, very likable, and I think it's a big missed opportunity that Nightwing doesn't even get to interact with the Red Hood, or even learn his identity. I'll get more into that when it becomes more relevant. Back at the Batcave, Batman is able to use his CSI audio editing skills to find out the Red Hood already knows his identity, and using this information to narrow down the Red Hood's identity. However, there's no time to focus on that revelation, as the Black Mask makes his move, intentionally destroying establishments and killing mob bosses under the Red Hood's payroll. When Red Hood catches up to the Black Mask thugs, a team of assassins are waiting for him. And I have to be honest, I'm not a fan of their designs. They look a little out of place in this movie's Gotham. My distaste for the assassins aside, their fight scene's pretty cool and smooth. It even has Red Hood doing his best Spider-Man impression with this massive leap. But the fight gets even better as Batman arrives. Evening the odds for the Red Hood, Batman and Red Hood defeat their attackers, but in the process, Red Hood savagely murders one of them. During the ensuing argument, Red Hood reveals that his control over several Gotham territories and prodding of the Black Mask is all part of a greater plan. As he escapes, Batman finds Red Hood's DNA at the scene, and his investigation confirms his suspicions. Jason Todd, the second Robin, is the Red Hood. While Batman is dealing with this world-shattering news, Black Mask is up to his wits' end and gets desperate, negotiating with the Joker in order to get rid of the Red Hood. And wow, Black Mask's men suck. I mean, at least two of these guys should have been able to get a good shot on the Joker. Batman decides that there's only one way Jason could be back, and checks in with the only guy he knows that regularly cheats death. Okay, it's not like the only guy he knows, but Ra's is the most likely to fuck with Bruce this way. Ra's explains to Batman that he orchestrated the entire event that led to Jason's death. Because he feels guilty for the teenager's death, Ra's uses the Lazarus Pit, the life-rejuvenating substance that allows Ra's to cheat death, on Jason. And being the average teenager, doesn't appreciate being so rudely awakened, and escapes. After Batman's talk with Ra's, the biggest plot twist of the movie occurs, as the Joker, the most trustworthy character in all of fiction, turns on the Black Mask and makes a massive stunt just to get the Red Hood's attention. However, this is all according to the Red Hood's plan, as his entire goal was to get Black Mask so desperate that he would hire the Joker to kill him, which is a little reliant on Black Mask hiring the Joker specifically. I mean, Red Hood's entire plan would go up in smoke if Black Mask just broke out like Bane instead. But before Joker can make Black Mask's body match his face, Batman shows up. During the chaos, Jason takes the Joker and goads Batman into a one-on-one confrontation. And the climax of this movie begins. The climax is a moral debate rather than an MMA match. Batman, filled with mourn and regret, trying to save his son from going down a dark path, apologizes to him for letting him die. But Jason responds with this.
Is that what you think this is about? That you let me die? Bruce, I forgive you for not saving me. But why? Why on God's earth? Is he still alive?
A much lesser adaptation would have had Jason hate Batman for not saving him, and have Jason seeking revenge on Batman. However, Jason's motivations are more complex than that. Jason's anger towards Bruce isn't about failing to save him, but rather failing to avenge him. From Jason's perspective, the Joker still being alive after his death is an insult. If the Joker had killed Batman, Jason would have stopped at nothing to kill the Joker personally. And it hurts that Batman wouldn't do the same for him. This makes him believe that Batman didn't care about him. In response to this, Batman gives one of the best speeches the character has ever spoken.
All I've ever wanted to do is kill him. A day doesn't go by when I don't think about subjecting him to every horrendous torture he's dealt out to others. And then, end him. But if I do that, if I allow myself to go down into that place, I'll never come back.
Jason's response to this is to force Batman to kill. Either Jason kills the Joker, or Batman stops Jason by killing him. This is a really interesting situation to put Batman into that challenges Batman's morality, forcing him to make an impossible choice. A choice that'll reveal Batman's deeper priorities and changes everything we thought we knew, and he just bullshits a solution. Instead of Batman having to make a difficult decision, or even bringing Jason closer to his point of view, the writer just pulls the solution out of their ass. The characters do some pretty wacky shit in this movie, but Batman being able to dodge a bullet coming at him from behind and jamming the gun all in one movement isn't the most ridiculous thing that happens in this movie, but it's just the icing on the cake for a terrible ending. Despite the poor taste the ending left in my mouth, I'd still heavily recommend this film. The animation and fight scenes are beautiful, the plot takes many different interesting twists and turns, and the character writing and interactions are superb. Speaking of, I already spent some time praising the Joker in this movie. However, when I first watched this movie, I was surprised to learn that John DiMaggio of Futurama and Adventure Time fame plays the Joker? Damn, dude's got range. Speaking of range, Jensen Ackles plays a complex and compelling Jason, bouncing from snarky and confident to a combination of hurt, anger, and sadness seamlessly. Bruce Greenwood gives a pretty good performance as Batman. He can pull off the interrogation scenes in a believable manner, and his delivery of Batman's self-loathing is nothing short of spectacular. He's a damn good Batman. The moral debates in this film, while having a very unsatisfying solution, or intriguing, both Jason's attempts to regulate crime rather than stopping it, and a debate about killing criminals, are the driving forces of why this film is amazing. If you want to see my in-depth views on the topic of should a hero kill his villains, check out my Superman vs. the Elite video. It's a good time. But that'll do it for me. What's your favorite Batman movie? Let me know in the comments below. This was the Boomer Zoomer, and I'm signing off.